Daredevil, I'm on top but looking down below. The hate, I can't see it but hear it, so it's time to go. Time to approach, might have to go and crush a roach. You know the ones that don't clean out their cereal bowl. Pat Brady, golden boy, yeah, I'm really goes. Catch me at the Super Bowl.
And I just realized in that whole little clip right there, that was a lot of stuff that just like recently happened, man. No funny. Man, we are live and direct on Marvelous Bluntz, man. It's Pat Brady, man. We are live and direct for episode 7 review, man. Last week we did a double. Was that like 3 episodes? It was like 3 episodes in one. Shout out to Coons, man. But we here for episode 7. Y'all know we got a full house, which means, you know what I'm saying, either we didn't rock with it or we did rock with it. That's either one of the two things happen when you see everybody in these circles, man. But we're going to get right into the Daredevil review, man. Tone, Lex, Torian, what's good, my people? You feel me?
Hey, what's up? What's good?
We in the house, man. I'm gonna just say, man, we all did enjoy episode 7. But honestly, I'm gonna be real. Before we get into this, of course, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz, like this video, share this video ASAP. Let us know what you thought. But Torian actually was the first one who set off the home run of the conversation of this episode. He gave his take, y'all, and said it was going his horror vibe. You feel what I'm saying? Lex kind of came through with the same thing, saying the same thing after she see it. So, Torian, we're gonna start with you. What's up? What's up, the road? What's good? What's good? We're gonna start with you, Torian. What did you think of episode 7?
Like I said in the group chat, I said this thing definitely had horror vibes. Like the actor that they got to play music is like the perfect actor to cast. And I don't know if any of y'all, when I saw him, I knew exactly who he was. I don't know if any of y'all watched the show Wednesday on Netflix, but he's on there. And he plays like a, I don't want to spoil it for those who, if you do want to watch it, because it is a good show. The second season comes out this year. But he plays like a character that, let's just say he goes through a transformation of sorts, and it's very horrific. But when I saw him playing this part, I said, oh, he was the perfect person to cast because he does creepy very, very well. And he, like, his performance, in my opinion, was one of the best ones of the episode. Like, he, like, literally, like, imagine being in that position and he's talking to you and he's dropping hints and you have to figure it out as his psychologist. And by the time you figure it out, it's like it's already too late for you. And it's like you're right there. It's like you're so close yet so far. And it was like instances when that happened. And when he told it, I know what you're thinking. How fast can I get to the door? I said, imagine being in that position, and then it's like, you know, it's like it is what it is.
I wouldn't even try to run. At that point, oh, you got me.
You said you're not even dipping. You're like, hey man, it's been a good run.
Yeah, but like all like those scenes were definitely good. You know, Matt, you know, using his abilities to feel on the portraits to know who his target was, and he knew he had to get to his lady because he's like, oh, she's next, or he's there at least. And you know, you have Fisk with the task force, and you know, he says he doesn't like that. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I said, this guy hates Daredevil so much that he's not even allowing Daredevil to have his hands be clean. That's how much he hates him. But all in all, I really did enjoy the episode overall. Like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the last couple of episodes, if this is the tone right here that they're going with.
Facts. Nah, we hey, no, definitely. When you said some great things about who's the particular the villain of the show, you know what I'm saying? He definitely did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for that little bit of time he had, you really got to see who he really was. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had you sitting in that thing like, dang, because I didn't know what he was going to do to her, when he was going to reveal he was the villain, but he was definitely giving that mood. Lex, what did you think? Because you saw the same thing. You saw some horror vibes. What did you think of this episode?
Okay, so I watched it twice. I watched it last night, and then I watched it right before we got on here. And I text Pap and was like, I didn't see it the first time I watched it. The second time I watched it, I said, I see exactly what Torian meant about the horror. Like on that, like the scene where like the detective is like in his lair and she's like looking at the pictures on the wall and like his whole setup. Like that was given like horror movie, like serial killer-esque to me. But I really enjoyed this episode. I'm glad that even though they removed Daredevil's friends from the show, like he still has someone he cares about, and like that raises stakes anytime any hero has someone they care about. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, like it was just a good episode. Like I just remember me being like, the
Yeah,
fighting,
on and off.
the fighting.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, the fighting. I
Yes.
love like the hand to hand combat, like even in like Marvel movies and stuff. And I think that's why I enjoy the Captain America series so much because it's just so much hands, just punches being thrown. I love that so much more. I like the like mystical and all the extra stuff too, but like hand to hand, like it just looks like so good in shows and movies. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this past episode. I'm really thoroughly enjoying the whole thing, but yeah. Go ahead.
Then that means you're gonna love Thunderbolts because that's gonna be nothing but hand to hand combat.
I love
Yeah,
it.
all hand to hand. Nobody in there.
Well,
guns.
with the exception of Sentry, that's gonna be a problem for them.
Yeah, he gonna be definitely be the big smoke, but hands.
I
You
just throwing
definitely
hands
like
at him.
Like they gonna no for real. Let's see. Daryl said Kingpin is set with Daryl because the whole world was matter. No, it is personal, and it's so crazy. Like I'm gonna just speak on it real quick. Like how Kingpin, like even at the beginning when he knew Matt was like coming back, he like geeked up that he is back as Daredevil. Like he like it gives him his purpose, his drive, and also as well, he definitely trying to put everything on the vigilantes hard. He is pushing that agenda super hard on trying to get the smoke with all the vigilantes, which I really like. Definitely. One thing we did, I know Tori, you went over it, but one thing I really liked about this episode, spoiler alert, you know what I'm saying, was just Kingpin and how he's really going into his little dark little mayor mode, you know what I'm saying? Even with his staff, like, you know what I'm saying? Buck whole time is Buck with the blick, you feel what I'm saying? I like on that last scene when he pulled out the blick, like when he was in the shadow like that. And another thing, Vanessa, do y'all think that up? Do you think she's trying to backdoor Luca or she's trying to backdoor Kingpin?
I think she definitely set him up.
I think she's trying to backdoor Luca for Kingpin. Like he knew that he was coming.
Vanessa,
and that's why that's why Buck was already in the cut because Vanessa sent him there, but they was all in cahoots, I feel like.
He asked for the order later. He said, "Tell Vanessa that you want to stay in her." Certainly said, certainly. And so I think that aspect of Kingpin kind of like, even when Buck told him, like, "Hey, if he's back, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to get your hands dirty. You can kind of do some little dirt with your task force." And then with the task force, even them taking the kill from the kill, you know what I'm saying, from Daredevil, and that scene where the intern with BB's little podcast, she came in there trying to fake on him, and he was like, "Hey, look, you owe me one. So either you do what we say and say the task force did this, or you're gonna have a shitty life." I was like, dang. She was like, "You threatening me?" He's like, "Nah, I just want you to make the right choice." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, they're starting to bring that element of, you know, Kingpin setting up. I think they're gonna really move forward with him with the big bad. You know what I'm saying? Like him on the lower ground level, but also think like the fight scene I like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they was throwing them hands, it was getting personal. I wish Shorty wouldn't have pulled up with the blick, you know what I'm saying? But you know, she had to help out Daredevil and do his thing. But I really like the episode. I just like Torian said, wanted to see where it's going.
What got me though was when they were fighting and he was about to take the knife to kill her. When he threw the baton and it went through his body, I was like, yeah. What? I was like, whoa! I said that could do that.
Right.
Hey, Tori, I ain't never seen his baton act like that ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it like exploded, and just like
it was almost like a harpoon.
It's like a grapple though.
He threw it and pulled him back. But also one thing I also that made me laugh in this episode was when Daredevil had went to the lair and he was filling on the pictures. And that one dirty cop came in there. He said, "Hey," he took that baton out and launched that thing at his forehead, and he was knocked out. That guy was probably seeing stars.
Hey, he didn't continuously got knocked out by Matt Murdock in like 4 episodes, bro. It's time for him to he got to get his secret serum or something. Like, come on, man. Oh my goodness. Vanessa said the guy. Yeah, no, definitely some little freaky little mob game they got going on. You know, I don't know. But Tone, what did you think of episode 7? And I know you also Tony, after Tony, you can say what was your thoughts on the other episodes leading up to this?
Yeah, I was about to say. So I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. What episodes that is? 4? Was it 4? The Punisher episode through 6, right? So 4 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, just to start, with episodes 4, I feel like I wanted some more Punisher. I feel like it was kind of a slow burn, so because they kind of teased it, and I was like, yeah, when I seen JB come back on the screen, because it was like some like you could feel like he take that shit seriously, so you could feel the energy between him and Charlie. And it was like radiating on the screen. I'm like, yeah, we need more of that shit. Cause I was kind of feeling like the episode was kind of like mostly like a blur to me for like episode 4 until they got to that part. It's like I was just going through the motions or whatever, right?
Read.
So
Agreed.
5, yeah. I mean, that's just how I felt. Like that's just how I felt when I watched it, because I watched both episodes back to back. So and then the joint with the bank episode, I feel like that was just like a throwaway episode, kind of just to get a little breather, and from whatever that main story was supposed to be at the time with what's his new name, Tori, Moose or Muse. Muse. Okay, Muse.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So, I mean, it was cool to see. It took me, I ain't gonna lie, it took me about 10 minutes to realize that he was talking to Kamala dad. I was like, wait, I know who that is. It took me about 10 minutes to recognize him. I didn't even know that was him at first, to be honest with you.
He kept name dropping her every 4 seconds, bro. He was like, Kamala. He said, Kamala.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I like the shouts to fuck. That Funko Pop probably is that's your heart. That gotta be a 1-on-1 jump. I like them Kamala Funko.
I was. Shout out to that Funko.
I like that one. But yeah, the little bank episode was just episode for him to flex his power. So I get it. So that was pretty, yeah, like a little break joke. And 6, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much of 6, and I watched it like 3 hours ago.
That was
watched 7.
That wasn't that the one
where
don't
remember.
They went to the. That's when they went to the. No, that was episode 5, right? Hold up, 5 was the bank, right?
5 was the
6
bank.
is when they went to
went to the lair.
Yeah.
Okay,
they went to the lair. Yeah.
Okay.
That scene with Daredevil coming down the train tunnel with the red, and he's running.
That was tight. Okay,
I like that. I like how that was shot.
So the fight was lit. Like y'all already said, the fight was lit. I get it. I just didn't really care about music at all. Like I don't know what. I was like, who is this dude? I thought it was Bullseye at first, and then
Oh, not Bullseye. I
did recognize. Yeah, I was like, did he get out? Like I don't get it. Did he change? And I did recognize the dude because I seen Wednesday. I recognized him. What else about the episode? It was something else I had to say.
I'm wondering when they're gonna take those women down off them hooks. They've been hanging there for a while.
Like that was.
Yeah, they didn't even get the police. Didn't even get that in the 7.
They didn't.
I was like, not gonna leave that.
Like they went there to go to the lair to take pictures and get evidence to give the fist. But I'm like, those 2 women are still hanging up there. Like, when are y'all gonna take them down and take them to the morgue?
I know it stunk in there. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And
oh yeah.
Another thing with Moose, I thought he was the dude that got up from episode 1. I still don't know what happened to him. You know, the dude that got up, I think threw him off the roof. He got up and walked away.
That was Bullseye.
That was Bullseye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was in, I think, because that's like a carryover from the original Daredevil series. I think he was injected with something, so he has like a healing factor. That's why he was able to survive.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, my bad. Okay, that makes sense.
I wonder why he was so like he survived.
Allegedly, and don't take my word for it. Allegedly, what he was injected with was some adamantium, but don't take my word for it.
That would be a good little twist.
But also remember a couple when we first started doing this. Remember, I think it was episode 2 when I had told y'all when when the psychologist had the book signing, and it was a guy that came up and was signing the books. I said, this guy's kind of strange. I said, put a pin in who that guy is. And I said, I don't want to tell you who it is because I don't want to spoil it. Now y'all know it was Muse. It was Muse that was him. So y'all, that's why I said, that's why I told y'all. I said y'all already seen him, but y'all just didn't know it was him.
Is he a real villain? I gotta look him up, bro, because I was like,
no,
he is a real villain.
He reminds me.
He is a real villain. Right, because in the comments, when I read his comments, he does have a scary, he's really more horrific in the Daredevil comics. Like he gets real nasty with it, but I guess they chose the F words and like gore and fighting for this stuff, so they didn't really. That's the thing that when I was saying earlier off camera, like people were saying like they brought him in and they didn't really like grow on his character. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been like episode to episode, but I'm just like, but you gotta realize too, I think this show was reshot, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is different.
He reminds me of Saz from the DC universe, dude with the numbers on his arm that kill people with the knife.
Oh yeah. He's on the Birds of Prey.
Yeah, he reminded me of that dude. That's like a counterpart.
I wonder how like in the scene where they're acting with each other, how the actor who plays Muse, because sometimes they'll rehearse it one way, but then when they yell action, they'll do it a whole nother way. So I wonder how much of that was improv by him and probably really scared the actress who played the Matt's lady, because when she was saying his name is Bastion, he was like, my epic name is Muse. He said, do I need to spell it out for you? Let me get this marker. M-U-S-E. Like, so I wonder how much of that was actually like improv, and also the part where when his nose started bleeding and he wiped his blood off of his nose and then drew his mask on the paper, on the canvas, so with his blood.
Was that just a random blood, like nosebleed? He just got out of nowhere, out of thin air.
Yeah,
like
that's probably just a nosebleed that he probably.
I see. I thought that was from one of them punches that just leaked out. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? Leaked out. You know what I'm saying? But Tone, but episode 7, did you like episode 7 though?
I just watched that. It was solid. It was solid.
Are you really feeling the season? Or you kind of like just like it's just cool?
Nah, I want to see some more Kingpin. I feel like it's too much talking going on. Is it just me? I feel like it's a lot of. No, I feel like it's a lot of dialogue. Like,
but you want to know what's dialogue is. Well, you want to know what's so funny is because
like, it just feel kind of like, it's good. It's good. But I don't know. I think I was expecting more, and it did. I still haven't seen the black costume. Did I miss something? I still haven't seen the black costume. Was that a promo?
I don't think it's right here yet.
All right. Go ahead, Tori.
But the thing about it is that Kingpin or Wilson Fisk is actually more dangerous now than he ever was when he was just as Kingpin, because he's in a political spot. So he has the power to really do some things now that he couldn't do when he was just a mob ball. When he was just a mob ball. That's why this is where the phrase comes in: the pen is mightier than the sword. The longer he got that pen in his hand, the more dangerous he will be. I mean, this guy installed dirty cops for a task force. He could not do that when he was just Kingpin. So now he's like,
I like the Kingpin moniker, man.
He's like, he's like,
hey, Mr. Mayor for mayor.
But yeah, so like, yeah, I think he's as the mayor, he's definitely more dangerous because he's, like I said, he's in a political spot, so he can really, so he can get into spaces that he couldn't get to when he was just Kingpin and still do his Kingpin thing. The thing is, he can hide it under being the mayor, so it's like people won't catch it.
When he was in the office too, it was funny too. Like when Buck was talking to him, he was like saying, "Just let him just get the moose whatever." He's like, "Bro, Daredevil ruined like jobs for me, people's homes and jobs. Like he's already creating this narrative that I really like. That you know what I'm saying? He's gonna really make vigilantes in any type of way, like even speaking it out. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking to Buck, like, hey, this is what he did, and it's kind of like in the air. Then now that the task force has, ran down and took the kill, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the icing on the cake. But all I really want to see is when Peter Parker going to get that call and he can just punch somebody through a door and we can just end all this with Spider-Man.
Nobody knows who he is.
We
Right.
keep banging that, but I'm just saying, if he comes out of nowhere, right? I know nobody knows him. That's why I would make it even better if he come through and beat everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the part that
knows him.
Another part that got me was when he was having that conversation with Buck, and then all of a sudden I forgot what he said, and then it's like he got excited about something or something pissed him off, and he just said, "Ha!" I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Where did that come from?"
He be making random sounds.
He be making random sounds. So
he'd be like this.
So that kind of caught me off guard when he did that.
Yeah, when he wrecked the cheetah. I mean, not the cheetah, but the dude, bro. That was like, hey, he gave him the axe, nigga. You need this. I don't need
him and Adam was cross screen.
That was the best scene though.
That was a good part when they did like the double. They was letting it loose, and then Daredevil with the.
Yeah, when they hit the parallel, it was like parallel.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Sony's like, it's never happening.
And it's too expensive.
Beat that man. He hit that man with that body blow.
They said you want to see Spider-Man? He'll be back next year.
Yes, and we're gonna get to that in a second. I want to get to that, but we're gonna do the scores and what we think. Les, what's your score of episode 7? Overall,
it's a high 9. Like, I don't really have any complaints about it. It could be a 10, but I feel like 10 that's just too much. So a high
9. That's crazy. Torian, we gonna go to you.
I'm gonna give it a 9 too.
Okay, 2.9, double 9. Tone.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
I knew you was gonna go lower. I felt it in my
spirit. I was gonna give it a 9, but I already gave it 2 9. So I'm gonna just be that dude.
He said give it an 8. He said give it an 8.5.
Yeah, that's still a good score though. It's a high score.
Okay, 9.5. No, I definitely, for me, you know what I'm saying. We just waiting for this, and I think every week I've successfully we just waiting for this. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, for my guy, it's been getting 9.5 for me. So yeah, shout out, big ladders up to Daredevil episode 7. You dig what I'm saying? I'm glad everybody right. What did y'all think? Everybody for this section, everybody let us know what y'all thought of episode 7. You know what I'm saying? Daryl, let us know what you let us know what you in the comments too, what you think as well. But we got some news